What's up, guys? I'm Preston, and
Oh, I'm Jackson.
you're talking motherfucker. Alright. Anyways, this is Let's Do Stupid Shit. This is, I think, is our 4th video.
Stupid shit.
Anyways, so saw in our last video that Squidward, he committed suicide, and
Depressed motherfucker.
so I took and I found a video on YouTube. Let me find the link again, and it was really messed up.
I'm horny.
Oh, I typed in suicide and then typed in Squidward. Anyways, I watched a couple videos on it. There's the one where the one dude, it was from, I forget what his name was, but I subscribed to his thing, so I'm about to go through and here it is, and let you guys listen to it. But as you can see, like, he's playing his clarinet, SpongeBob laughing.
Oh, you jumped it off. I have a concert to practice for. Okay.
Damn, this nigga's booty.
But this is the original one.
Look at his little dick.
What? What the fuck?
You're like, I'm depressed.
No, they look high.
Yeah, everybody's stoned out their ass.
Alright, don't turn down, I gotta let them mute. So the way these guys have red eyes, like they're crying blood and some type shit, like
Some demon type shit.
yeah, for real.
Hell no. Fuck out there, cut out for me.
Yeah. What the fuck? Is she on crack?
What?
So then Squidward's
He comes home, nigga.
depressed.
Yes.
He's depressed. He's staring off into space, like he just injected himself with some type
Popped
of
an
shit.
addy.
Yep, exactly. So he's just kind of staring. He's just kind of staring into space now. I'm not sure how long. Oh wow, it doesn't even show it up in this.
Here, try it.
He keeps. Oh, now he's crying.
He's crying like a little bitch.
Hang on,
Like a little baby back
listen.
bitch.
Listen.
Damn, this nigga cries for a while. Damn.
Yeah, he cried for like 3 minutes straight. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. What's going on? What the?
What the fuck?
What was
Some
that?
Momo type shit.
What the fuck was that?
No, it just shows him.
No, that little frame that it. Did you see that? I think there might be a SpongeBob conspiracy shit out right now. See, watch. The screen kind of flashes. See?
Oh, wait.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, G. That's freaky shit.
Guys, someone got the email to the thing for creator of SpongeBob. I'm gonna dig deep into this. This is one of the stupid ass investigations I'm about to do. Give myself some nightmares, bro. This is messed up. So he crying for like 3 hours in this video. Fucking weird, man. He's still crying. Bro. Oh my god. Alright. He's screaming? He's crying and screaming. Dang. Oh, what the fuck? Come here. Oh, what the hell? Come here, come here, come here. You. Come here, for real. This shit just got deep. Watch. Alright, watch.
What the hell?
Bro, he grabbed a shotgun, put it in his mouth, suicide. What the?
It's like some. What?
What the? He hallucinating. Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
He blew his brains out.
Okay, I see you.
Dang.
Look, he did.
Shit.
He got like.
He
half a
still
baby.
looks stoned.
Ugh.
Oh.
Hell.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use Wikibuy.
Oh my
It's a
god.
browser extension that automatically
Does anybody-
compares Amazon.
Does anybody know, like, the person who created SpongeBob, like, what his email is? Like, if you can, like, send me it in the links below, like, the comments below. Send it to me. I need to email this dude. Like, I need to figure out, because in, like, one of the things I was watching earlier, it says some, like, real freaky type shit that, when the editors and stuff was going back, because this one dude was intern for Nickelodeon back in 2005, when the editors were, like, going through the, what do you call it, the film, they seen, like, dead, like, boys and girls with their eyeballs and, like, their organs getting pulled out. It was all, like, it was fucked up. Like, I want to be on the floor, so I feel like something's under my bed now. Jackson, you gotta check on my bed before I go to bed tonight, bro. I ain't going. You got too much shit on yours for someone to hide on yours. I don't know about my bed. Anyways. Yeah, but please just comment below. Tell me, like, what his thing is, so I can talk to him. Anyways, now that I got that covered, I want to make this video, because, you know, all my videos are like 15-20 minutes long. A little bit more or less. So, I have a half-an-hour video, so I'm not going to play the entire thing. This will be, I'll put it in, this will be part 2 of the Suicide Squidward, part 3 of 10 Horrible Lost Episode Creepypastas. Alright, let's get started.
Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Let's enter. In case you
Family
missed it,
Guy.
we just went over 10 other stories in the previous episode. Will it get better? Will it? Welcome back.
Alright, let's see what the first thing we're starting with is. Oh my god.
Killer Luna.
Luna.
Do you remember that old Playhouse Disney show, Bear in the Big Blue House?
Mm-mm.
Well, if you remember the show, then you probably remember Luna the Moon. Deep inside Luna, I don't like where this is going. She is soulless and bloodthirsty. I was working at Walt Disney
Damn.
World in Florida as a janitor. Well, at least that's better than being an intern. As I was cleaning inside a soundstage when I encountered a tape of Luna from Bear in the Big Blue House. The label said Luna 666, I mean, what else would it say? Written in red ink. I put the tape in a nearby VCR and hit play. The picture faded in, it said Killer Luna in big red letters. The show started out normal with the intro, but the film had a red tint and it got darker and darker and darker. After the intro, it showed a stroller with maggots and a layer of dust all over it. A round object with a white glow was in the stroller with loud crunching noises. It cut to a faded image of Luna with red foam coming out of her mouth, and there was extremely loud screaming in the background. Then
This
it
is
showed
messed
Luna
up, bro.
eating a little boy. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this. Then it cut to Luna screaming for 5 minutes, and then it faded out. The tape ejected. I vomited. So did I after reading the story. Apparently, one of the writers that used to be an animator had a history of poor mental health because, as we all know, poor mental health means you're a psychopath crazy person, right?
Not
He used
true.
his animation skills to create the Killer
Whatever.
Luna tape. The man then crawled into his bathtub with a gun and committed suicide by shooting himself in the temple. I quit my job in Florida and moved to New York. I have never told anybody this story, not until now.
Wow.
So, why did Luna do all of this in the first place? And how did the tape end up on a soundstage at Disney World? You'd think people would have just thrown it out after seeing it for the first time, or at the very least take it to the proper authorities. Wait,
I gotta
why
make-
am I attempting to insert logic into this story? Number 9.
Hold up, guys. I'm about to...
Luna do all of this in the first place? And how did the tape end up on a soundstage at Disney World? You'd think people would have just thrown it out after seeing it for the first time, or at the very least take it to the proper authorities. Wait, why am...
Oh no. Hold up, guys.
Welcome back to Creepypasta Rings. I think Luna, well, if you remember this Thursday, I was working at Walt, carrying a tape of Luna from Bear in the Big Blue House 66. Anyway, wow, it said kill it, and it got darker and darker all over it. I ran to a faded image of Luna with red foam coming out of her mouth, and there was an extremely loud screaming in the background. Then it showed Luna eating a little boy with a striped hand. Stripe? Strip? No, a stripe. It's a stripe. Boy with a striped shirt. With a striped shirt and a lollipop in his hand. His eyes were missing, and veins were coming out of his eye sockets as Luna ate away at his brains. Then it cut to Luna screaming for 5 minutes, and then it faded out. The tape ejected, I vomited. Apparently one of the writers used to be an animator and had a history of poor mental health. He used his animation skills to create the killer Luna tape. I quit my job and... Oh, God, big ate it.
Ominous, unknown killers still...
Wow. Alright, anyways.
Am I attempting to insert logic into this story? A sequel to Over the Hedge when I was younger. I really liked that movie back in the day, and I love the suburban setting and the characters. I can feel the nostalgia setting in as we speak. Will this story be able to deliver on the arbitrary hype levels that I have single-handedly built up for myself? We shall see! So one day, I was walking around some Walmart and I eyed upon one beautiful sight. It was Over the Hedge 2, a sequel to my absolute favorite movie. I grabbed the only copy before anyone else could. The case was red and there was a tear in both of Burns' eyes, which I didn't notice until I got home. I zipped to the cashier and put it on the conveyor belt as fast as I could. The store was about to close, and it came up as $0.00. This is definitely a bootleg that ended up in the store somehow, friend. Don't be surprised if it's a little off. It's probably a snuff tape. I didn't read enough creepypastas to avoid that little trick, so I got it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Never mention the word creepypasta in your creepypasta. When I got home, I scurried to the DVD player and looked at the case. I noticed the red cut in both of Burns' eyes as he was smiling and giving 2 thumbs up. The fact that Heather was missing from the cover and that RJ's eyes were angered. I was guessing that someone accidentally torn the cover and that DreamWorks couldn't put Heather in for whatever reason, but I was still suspicious of RJ's eyes. This is the equivalent of going, I thought it was just a glitch. When I popped in the disc, there were no commercials, but instead a black screen with the Gygas theme playing for 2 minutes. I see where the author got inspiration from. And then it went to the title screen, which nearly gave me a heart attack. Yeah, title screens are scary, man. It was the same title screen, but all the bags were torn open. The glass was cracked, all the price tags were $6.66. The bee was laying down dead with a butcher knife in its belly. A bee? In Over the Hedge? What is this, a crossover episode?
Oh my
the Shrek
God.
3 trailer bag had Slenderman on it. The music was remixed in G major. The Hammy Boomerang Adventures bag had no hammy on it and no text either, and when the truck drove by you could hear the truck's noise. Then a screeching, a girl screaming, and then a crash. Anyone who has never owned the Over the Hedge DVD will be very confused at what the author is describing here. I mean, I've owned it, so I know what they're talking about, but someone who hasn't seen it will have no idea what this is referring to. I chose to start the movie. Then there was the old DreamWorks opening, even though I saw no DreamWorks logo on the case, but I paused the movie, looked at the case, and saw a normal back, but due to the blood stain making the words, "Help me, I was too weak to stop it, please don't pop in the disc." How did you not notice that before? I only saw, the cast is back in a no. Say what now? I expected this to be a sick joke and someone hacked the title screen. I was wrong. As I heard the clicking of the coins and the buttons, I saw the vending machine with Heather's head in the first slot. The price tag said, "You're dead, little girl," which I hoped referred to Heather, because I wasn't a girl, and I ass nowhere near little. And it got stuck before falling, and RJ yelled, "No! That fresh meat was just..." As he banged the machine, he continued, "Sitting right there." And everything after that was normal, until he saw Vincent's cave. RJ said, "Vincent? Bad idea, as normal." But then I heard in a demonic voice,
"I have control over you. You cannot make your own choice."
Damn.
RJ, crying, went up near Vincent's cave. That part when he hit the "Do not feed the bear" sign, he looked up and I just saw some red legs, and I heard RJ screaming and some biting and some evil laughter. Me, scared out of my skull, I reversed to see what killed RJ, and it was a red demon with a key. I expected it to be RJ's captor. Next was the bark scene, which was normal, but when the porcupine father gave his children the bark, the children rejected it as usual but said nothing. When Vern brought these sticks to the log, he grabbed some bark, but it wasn't bark. It was instead a hand still moving. Every time Vern took a bite, the hand stretched its fingers out. After a while, these scenes got more and more distorted. Eventually, Vern went over the hedge.
He said it! He said it!
And RJ was standing in front of Vern, which was strange because RJ got killed. RJ grabbed Vern by the neck and tied him to a rocket and blasted him off into the sky. It didn't show what happened afterwards, though. RJ entered the hedge and everyone was excited and group hugged him. But he said, "Goodbye, weaklings," and took out a chainsaw and killed all the animals, besides the porcupine children who were too short for his chainsaw. Well, that was a sudden change of pace. Eventually, the screen was blood red, and RJ appeared saying, "Whoever was foolish enough to watch this movie will go with the other fool that watched this." That's my best Bruce Willis. I'm just kidding, I don't remember how he sounded like in Over the Hedge. I got so scared that I threw the disc out the window and buried it so it would never be seen again. I also broke the case and put my Over the Hedge items in a box for 3 weeks because I was too scared of Over the Hedge because of that movie. Why? Why would a creepy bootleg tarnish your love for the original film? Today I watched Over the Hedge, remembering that moment, which is why I'm posting this. So I guess those occurrences were just so traumatic that you repressed them from your memory until they were brought up again? Now that's what I call psychological horror. Although I don't think that was what the author was
This
going
shit's
for.
messed up. First you got old, just stuff that we loved when we were younger, just want to kill each other. What the fuck?
Over the last page Greg had used, not to mention the next two. Greg only used a third of the book, which had as many pages as any other Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The other 2/3 of the book was blank diary pages. I felt disturbed and queasy, like I could throw up. In fact, I did briefly. Oh, congratulations. I never believed the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series would end with Greg committing a murder-suicide with Rolly. I threw the book out the window in my dad's room into the street in front of cars, where it hopefully got ran over and destroyed, but I can't be sure. Jeez, dude, that is wildly irresponsible. What if you hit a car with the book which leads to a car crash? Think before you act. After it scarred me for life, I didn't want someone else to find it and have the same reaction I did. No decent person should have to... His brother, Roderick. He calls up Rolly to come over, telling him he has a surprise for him. Rolly arrives at Greg's house excitedly. A drugged up and crazed Greg takes Rolly up to his room and blindfolds him. Greg puts the gun in Rolly's mouth and shoots. Rolly dies immediately. Greg, in tears, points the gun to his own head and apparently kills himself. Real blood is visible over the last page Greg had used, not to mention the next two. Greg only used a third of the book, which had as many pages as any other Diary of a Wimpy.
So, other words, what this is telling me is everything that I watched, that I loved when I was a kid, is fucking creepypasta.
I was excited, so I made some popcorn with some apple juice. When I came back, it just skipped the theme. That's weird, I thought to myself. It's a more serious episode. The title card said Joe's Revenge in blood red text, and the background was a chainsaw. I was laughing because I thought this is a morbid joke, so I continued watching. The episode started with Joe in his room, looking very angry because he is getting sick and tired of Peter. He then said, "I am going to kill Peter." He then runs out of his room to go outside. He saw Peter, who was running away. Joe then gets a chainsaw so that he can kill Peter. Joe then chased Peter. He threw his chainsaw at Peter, and Peter screamed in pain when he saw blood coming out of his body. Joe must have good aim. Joe then got his chainsaw out of Peter, and he laughed because Peter is finally dead. He carried Peter to his house. It then cuts to Joe inside with Peter's dead body. He then said, "Sweet dreams, Peter," while holding a desert eagle. He then ripped off Peter's head with blood spraying all over the camera. The blood was either food color, or was it real? I'm definitely sure it's totally real, yeah. Also, what was the point of the desert eagle if he was just gonna rip his head off anyways? Now, instead of the credits rolling, there was a black screen for 30 seconds. It then cut to Peter's dead body, which looks not that realistic, but a bit real than computer animated graphics. Then the screen went black again. This time, it took 4:43 seconds. Then text appeared in Korean, saying, "Killer Joe is watching you, Jordan." Foreign languages are scary. Then the TV turned itself off. I tried turning it back on, but it wouldn't. I let out a scream and smashed the TV with a giant hammer. Yikes, dude, was that your berserk mode? The next day at 07:49, I looked up IMDb to see if there was any searches for the episode. None. I went to Yahoo Mail and contacted Fox about this. "Where did you find the episode? We are sorry that your dreams have been crushed. One day there was a guy named Max. He was hired in 2001, but got fired in 2007 for making these kind of episodes. We are sorry for making you scared, and we will send you great stuff." Wow, these Fox representatives will have to work on their grammar. Then they just sent me the Cleveland Show DVDs, The Simpsons VHSs, American Dad DVDs, and more. What do you mean, just? There was also one more thing. It was in a cake package. It was a "We are sorry" cake. I ate the cake anyway. I mean, what else did you want to do with it? And kept my VHSs and DVDs for my little cousin. I kept the other stuff. Also, one more thing. Do not watch Joe's Revenge. If this episode is somewhere, don't watch it. Thank you taking time for reading this. Well, I'm glad you're grateful, but...
Alright. So that's all the creepypastas we have for today. Find out that Squidward blew his head off with a shotgun. I'm gonna try talking to Nickelodeon staff about that. See if they can send me some more like shit about like weird shit that happened in SpongeBob. Alright, this is Let's Do Stupid Shit Creepypasta. Bye.